Zvika, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate you taking the time out.
Thanks for having me. It's exciting.
And congratulations on your news. Today you announced iRoll apps.
Right.
Can you tell me a little bit about what they are and how they work?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we were super excited. We launched today the iRoll apps environment. Basically, it allows any publisher or advertisers to take their existing pre-roll ad and make it interactive in literally 5 to 10 minutes with no creative resources. So basically adding things like YouTube, additional video from YouTube, Facebook share, Twitter feeds physically within the video player. And basically take a static pre-roll and not engaging that you cannot click on and add all the social aspect to it.
How did you recognize the need in the marketplace?
So basically, we've been selling our iRoll unit for more than a year now. We run a couple hundreds iRoll campaigns, which are fully engaging pre-roll experiences, interactive pre-roll experience. And we saw many cases where the agencies didn't have enough time or in terms of resources or the assets to make a full-blown interactive pre-roll. But they really wanted to have something. So for those situations, we created a solution with the iRoll apps that basically they'll have their Facebook page, at Twitter, the YouTube, every major brand, a TV advertiser that runs online, have this asset. So all they need to do is just add the links to these pages to the pre-roll. So then in 5 minutes they have it. And then with time, as they add more aware of the creative process to create a full-blown iRoll, they can do it. But it gives them something that they can do right now at scale.
I see. Sort of like a sample taste into what interactive
pre-roll
video can give you, and
exactly
then before they get more into it.
Exactly.
What have been some of the most exciting parts of creating this, but also the most challenging? Because I imagine whenever you're doing a new project, there's moments of high anxiety or concern about adoption in the marketplace. If you can tell me some about the barriers you've been concerned about.
Yeah, I mean, the barrier with iRoll in general, with interactive pre-roll, the biggest challenge, which I'm happy to say that we're basically overcome, is the reach, the scale, right? A lot of companies, including us, 2 years ago, we came with this really cool technology to take any video and make it interactive. Everybody was super excited. But then you go to a Coke or a Kraft or a P&G and say, cool, great, where we can run this? And then you don't really have an answer because you don't have the reach. That's the biggest challenge by far. So for the last 2 years, we've been focusing only on reach in terms of integrating our platform, the technology, into numerous sites like CBS and NBC and MTV, Viacom, Turner, and all the ad networks, which are a critical part of any video campaign these days, like Brightroll and Collective and Undertone and Tremor and Adapt TV, which are growing very fast now. So basically, we cover now 80% of the monthly impressions. So that's like 4 billion monthly impressions that are iRoll enabled. So we overcame that. And it's a very exciting. It was super hard, but it's now that we're the leaders, it's very exciting to be at that spot and be able to continue and innovate, knowing that we have this asset.
So much of the conversation today has been how do you take digital video in general and make it scale like television, which is a whole other monster. What do you think? What do you think needs to be done?
I think it's it's exciting because I think it's a challenge for the industry as a whole. So I think there are while companies compete with each other, especially on the media side, you see there's this general concept of increasing the size of the pie, and everybody it's happening. Everybody wants it to happen faster. So I think talking about the IAB standards are super important, right? The announcement of FAST and VPaid was super critical, where I can see like a year ago for us to integrate with a publisher took weeks, months, even one publisher a year. It's a very long process because you're touching their video player. Now when people support VPaid, it's a day or a couple of days process of testing. So I think standards are definitely, and we took the lead on the standards for interactive pre-roll with the iRoll. To make sure both buyers and sellers are comfortable with what we're doing and providing scale. So I think it's the process. It's about the ease of doing business, how easy it is to buy media, to get the right data back and consolidate it, and not to have people do a lot of manual. There's still a lot of inefficiencies, and so I think it's up to us, both the IAB but also tech vendors, to make it easier to buy, to sell, to see reporting, consolidated reporting. It's the key, I think.
Cool. Another question about the iRoll apps is apps imply that there's going to be lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of them. Right now, I looked on your site and it seemed like there's maybe 18 or so.
Yep.
Are you going to increase that?
Oh, definitely.
How are you going to do that?
you've done your homework.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. I mean, we have right now kind of the obvious ones, which we've been working on releasing. You know, the Twitter, the Facebook, all the social aspect, which is something that every brand have something. They're super easy to configure, right? There's your YouTube channel, your hashtag on Twitter, your Facebook page. You're done. So it's very easy to set up. The ones we're working on are more complex. You know, things like real-time chat with the brand. So somebody on the brand side can chat with the audience through the pre-roll. Ticketing, show times, things like you require, let's say, integration to Fandango, etc. And we've done all of these things already in the iRoll Engage environment, but they're kind of custom, right? With the apps concept, we need to something super, super easy. So we need to kind of bring it down to something very, very easy, not just to consume from the viewer perspective, but from the publisher, sales team, or sales planner, or the agency that can do it if it's not 5-10 minutes. That's the goal of iRoll app. Something like you do, like your iPhone, you add another weather channel, boom, 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 you're done. That's what we're looking to do. So we're definitely having a lot of apps that are coming soon in the next month or two. And we're also going to open our, again, with the apps notion, open our environment to third-party developers.
Oh.
So basically, and that touches on scale. In order to maintain our leadership position, we don't think we'll keep, forever innovating, having the coolest and greatest product, though we have a great infrastructure that we built. So basically, new startups that are entering the scene could leverage our platform by developing apps on top of our platform and get access to our reach. So this is how we're going to, keep fresh and maintain our leadership position.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yep, thank you very much. We're following, small companies like Apple and Google. And
exactly.
I think, we definitely, and also
they have a good model.
Yeah, they have a good model. It seems to work, and we're basically leveraging that model for the ad, the industry.
Yeah.
It goes to to $70 billion dollars of TV advertising. I think that's one of the things of how do you prove there's more value in online. If it's just showing the pre-roll, it's kind of the same product as TV. It's about what you can do beyond just the pre-roll. Online, it's going to shift, we believe on our end, to shift dollars and say, well, on TV, actually you can see these apps on TV when you show commercials. Sometimes at the end we'll have Facebook and Twitter, but still you can't really click your TV yet. But online you can do it. So the idea of with this additional engagement offer, we think when brands will see they're getting more value from that, and it's not just reach and targeting, but it's also more engagement, and everybody talks about engagement, then we think more dollars will shift, and hopefully we'll be right in the middle.
Cool. One thing that I'm asking almost everybody who sits in this chair today,
yes.
What's one thing that's hot in digital video today that will not be hot at all in a year?
In a year.
In a year.
Wow. Since
Time
we have,
moves fast.
Yeah, since we have, I mean, I have some ideas, but
okay.
I mean, since we have partners in every corner of the video industry, and that's what we're trying to be neutral and basically partner with all the ad servers, all the analytics firms, all the networks, and all the publishers, that would be a huge risk on my end to answer that question. I can say that, mobile is hot, as it probably always been, mobile video. It is growing. It will continue to grow. Scale. I think it's all about scale for everything.
Right.
So maybe that's the answer. If scale is not going to be there for any of whatever people are doing, whether it's brand entertainment or, I can say clickable video, which is something that we dealt in the past. It's not hot and probably will not be at scale. So it's something that we stopped working on and focused only on pre-roll because that's what we think. That's the unit. That's the standard. There's no reason to go around it.